Hello students, welcome to our online session. Today's session we will discuss about the concept of linked list. So in our previous session we focused towards one type of linked list called a single linked list. Under single linked list we saw when we say node is divided into two parts. One is called info part and another is called data part. And we have discussed various operation of single linked list, like how we are going to create, how we are going to traverse the node, and then searching a linked list. Then we discussed about inserting a new node in the single linked list. There are three ways you can insert: in the beginning, in the end, at a given position. Then we also discussed about how we are going to delete a node in using single linked list. There also we can use three methods: in the beginning, in the end, and at a given position. So these are the concepts we discuss, and also we discuss the program based on a single linked list. So today's session, our focus is towards the next type of linked list called doubly linked list. So here, this is also another type of a structure where node is divided into three types. Usually single linked list node was divided into two types. Here node is going to divide it into three types. So here info part will be in the middle. That means data will be in the middle. You will have a previous address and the next address. So that's the thing they have given in the definition. Double linked list is a linked list structure in which each node has a pointer to both its successor and the predecessor. So previous address also we will know, next address also we will know. But when it comes to single linked list, we will know only the next address. We won't know the previous address. But when it comes to double linked list, we will know the previous address also. We will know the next address also. So the linked list structure will be like this. The node is divided into three areas. So you will have this as an info part where you can specify the data like this. Then your address will two parts. It will be there. The front. This we can call it as a back, or we can call it as a previous node. This we call it as, usually will represent as a next node. Previous node and next node. Previous node will hold the address of the previous node. Next will hold the address of the next node. So this part we can store the address of our previous node. Illi yatara node idre a node address annu this will hold. And case next node address, whatever is going to be the, for example, my next node address is 171. This 171 will be stored in this thing. So we will have a node will be divided into three things: previous node, info part, and next node. So this is about double linked list. Doubly linked list we call it as. See the memory representation of double linked list here. In the front of this you will have your head node, like other structure only. The head node will have the first node address. So what is the first node address? 100 will be our first node. Okay, so a link could have been established between your head and first node. When it comes to first node, the left part, see, as we said, node is going to divide into three times. In the first node alone, left part, previous node yavididrane illa, previous node very head position ide. In certain double linked list, instead of this null, we can give the head position also 100, like that we can give. Or you can make it as null. Why? Because null means ide first node, idukku munche previous node illa, so we are making it as null. And when it comes to, this is data, and 110 represent the next node. So where it will go? It will represent the next node. So next node is created means the data we store is 50. What is previous node means this 100 will be stored in this position. The next node address 120 will be stored in this position. So when you consider a double linked list, it will have the previous node address, data, info part, and also the next node address. So like this it will be designed. And one more thing, the last node in the right part. So first node left part will be null. Last node right part, right address, that means next address has to be made it to null. So that to tell the double linked list, this is the end of the last list. To represent it is a last list, we will make the right part of the last node to null. Got an idea? So this is how a double linked list will be designed. So based on the diagrammatical representation, we have come to the few terms. One is called link. Link represent data which we store in the element. So the data or info we can call it as. Here I have mentioned it as link, or you can call that as an info also, or you can call it as data also. So that is link. Next represent the next address of the next link data atra right side address location we call it as next. And then previous represent which is in the left side of the data, which will hold the previous node address, that we call it as previous. Last is linked list. This linked list containing the connection link to the first link called first and the last link called last. So the connection established between the first node to the last node, we call it as linked list. So these are the some of the terms we use in our linked list. When we have to talk about memory representation of double linked list, as we said, node is of 3 types divided into 3. It will have previous address, next address, and the data part. So when we start with our head node, see, consider my head address is 1. 1 means it will take me to the memory location 1. So 3 node will be of 3 categories division. No? So first is data, 13 is stored. In the first node, previous is -1. Why -1? Means when the very first node, previous address won't be there, because that's going to be the first node. We need to declare it as null. Whatever we declare it as null in system, it will represent as -1. The next node says it is 4. So where the control will go, it will take you to the next node. Address is 4. So the data stored in that next second node is 15. The previous node is, which is the previous node? 1. What will be the next node is 6. So the control will come to 6. In 6, data stored is 19. The previous node is 4. The next node is 8. So naturally control will come to 8. Data part is 57. Previous node is 6. And the previous node means this one. Next node is -1. Why? Because the last node, next part of last node should be assigned to null. So remember, in double linked list, first node, previous part should be null. Last node, next part should be null. So that's what we have done in this memory representation. Now we will see some of the advantage over double linked list. So we can traverse in both the directions, starting to end and end to starting, which is one of the key point when compared with single linked list, where single linked with only forward traversing I can do. I won't be able to do reverse. Here, since I know the previous address and also I know the next address, I'll be able to do the reverse traversing. It is very easy to reverse the linked list. And whichever is not available in single linked list, that means we won't have an idea about our previous node. Next node address gottagatte, but we won't have an idea about previous node. But in double linked list, as a node, we will have the address of our previous node also. We will have the address of the next node also, so that searching of data will be easy. Inserting the data will be very easy, because we know the previous address and also we know the operations. Any operations of double linked list can be done efficiently, because we know the previous address and also we know the next address. But everything has some disadvantages also. So when we talk about the disadvantages, it requires more space. Why more space? Means in node itself means single linked list means it will have one node carries 2 data. Here it carries 3 data. Previous address, data, next address. So every node itself requires a huge memory space. So that is one thing. As a practical thing, when you see insertion and deletion need a little technical knowledge. It's not so easy as it is because we use pointer concept in this. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages of it. And when it comes to operations of double linked list, like single linked list, here also we have the same type of operation we can create. We can create a node. We can traverse the node. Traverse means moving around the records, nodes, all visiting all the nodes at least once. We call it as traversing. Traversing can be done in two ways. You can do forward traversing and also you can do reverse traversing. Plus you can search a node, plus you can do insertion. So insertion, we have three types: inserting in the beginning, inserting at the end, inserting at a given position. Same way deletion. Deletion also can be done in three ways: deletion in the beginning, deletion at the end, deletion at a given position. So these are the various operations which we can perform using a double linked list. One thing here, extra operation means we can move forward and also we can move backwards in using double linked list. So we will start with our first operation, that is creating a double linked list. So to create a double linked list, first we need to create a node. As usual, we need to create a node. Here node is going to divide it into three parts. So this, as per this explanation is concerned, this previous node I call it as an head, and this next this part I call it as a tail. Or we can call this as a previous, and this we call it as next. This explanation is concerned. Here they are telling previous as they are calling it as an head, and this they are calling it as a thing. Initially, you need to make both. Create a node. Create a node. Make this also null and this also null, and enter some data in this. This would have been stored in some memory address. So node is created. After creating a node, check whether your head is null. So that is the first thing you need to do. It first check whether the head is null, then it insert the node as a head. Check whether your head is null. If it is null idre, okay. So take this 101 and go and insert it. In case your head is null, go and put this 101 here. So the link will establish between your head node and the thing. So we are inserted. That's all. In case you are checking whether your head is null, but here head is not null. Data is there. In that case, what you have to do, whatever new node you are creating, consider I'm creating one more new node, the address is 102. What you need to do, since head is not null, see that is the given in the fourth point. If head is not null, new node has to be inserted at the end of the list. It has to check whether the next address is null. So naturally we assign this as null. Since this is null, this new node which is created, this 102 will be replaced in the next part. So what is going to happen? This address will be assigned to here. And 102 is the current address. The previous address will be 101. Next address will become null. Like that, you can keep on creating any number of nodes. So this is our creating of double linked list algorithm work. Understand, to create a node, first create a node of three parts. One is data, another is previous, another is next. Or you can use the term head and tail. Done. Make your previous and next to null. After making, the address of the new node will be there. Check your head node whether it is null. Head variable is null. Null idre hosa node address annu tagondu head alli agbidi. Then what will happen? A link would be established between your head and your new node. Done. In case otherwise, okay, you are checking whether your head is null. Head is not null means some node is being linked already. Search. So head in the head node idre, it will show the first address. So come to the first address and check the next part of first address is null. ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಅದು ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಹೊಸ ನೋಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, a link will be established between your second node and the first node. So this is how we can create a double linked list. So the same way we will see the algorithm. So initial representation, you to assign a space, you will use a malloc function. Initially assign your head to null, then create a new node. New node alli kottiruva address annu you give it to head position. Check whether your head is null. In case head null idre, so see here head is null means create a new node. New node is created in the address of 5600. So what we need to give this new node address to head. That's all. So what's going to happen? A link could have been established between these two nodes. Then new node next part annu null agbidi, new node previous part. So make this also data stored is 78. You make it previous part also null, next part also null. Okay. If the linked list is not empty, okay, in case this head is not empty means, then what you have to do, you need to take the new node as we have discussed. Take the new node, consider this is the address it is stored. Check whether pointer of next is not equal to next. So point first it will show the first address, whether this of next is null or not. It is null, correct? Pointer means 560. Whether 560 next part is null, yes it is null. So null idre en madbeku, take this address and store it in this location. So what would have happened? A link could have been established between these two nodes. Okay, this is how, like any number of nodes you can keep on inserting and you can create a double linked list. Done. So this is about creating a double linked list. Next, traversing a node. Traversing means visiting all the nodes at least once. We call traversing. One thing is a single linked list, how we will work. Same thing only in double linked list also we will do. We will take one more position as current pointer. From the head we will start moving. First head node, the current pointer we will assign it to head node. First head node alli irutte. Head node in the first node bandre, first node will have the second node address, so it will jump to second node. Second node will have the third node address, so it will take to the next until it reaches the null value in the next part. It will visit all the nodes. Same thing what we do in a single linked list only here also we will do. We will just quickly see the steps behind this. Move the pointer to the first node. That means current pointer annu first node ke set madkoli. Fetch the data from the node and move the pointer to the next. So head in the, you can come to the first node, display the first node value, then move the pointer to the next node. Now the current node become the previous node, and next node become the current node. Yes, sir. So once you from the first node you switch on to the next node, your current node will become second node, your previous node will become first node. So like this, repeat the process until you reach the last node. The algorithm is same algorithm what we have studied for single linked list. Okay, no difference, only same algorithm only I have placed it also. First set your head position to current pointer and check whether your current pointer is null. Take this example only. Here one head position would have been there and the address should be 100. Okay, first I will assign 100 to current pointer, then I will check 100 is not equal to null. Tell me the 100 of 100 nodally whether next part is null. No, it is not null. So what will happen? My control will move to the link of current pointer. What is link of current pointer? 110. So I will come to jump to this position. So when I come here, this is current pointer and this is previous pointer. Now once I reach here, I will print the value 50. 50 print admele, I will take the link of this 110. Link of 110 is next part of 110 is 120. 120 bandre, my control will come here. So 120 bandmele 120 value print madbittu, I will say next part of 120 means I will take it to 130. So I will come here to 130, print the value of 40, and I will see null value and I will stop. So I have visited, and this is forward visiting. Reverse visiting means we need to check in the backward direction. We are not going to confuse with too many algorithms. We will see only one traversing algorithm, which is based on forward traversing. Okay? So this is how traversing. That means you will visit all the node at least once. Same way, searching a node in a linked list. This is also similar to your single linked list only. First, initialize a pointer to the head node, and you need to take one value and check whether that value is existing. So take one data value that we call it as a key value and start comparing with every node whether that particular value is there. The node betray, take that value and print it and tell the position. It is found in the position 2. In case it is not there, till the end you come and tell position item not found. That's all. So that's what explained in the thing. The same algorithm what we have seen in the single linked list only, we here also we will use. So move pointer to the first node. Okay. So set your head node to PTR. Okay. And check if the linked list is empty. First check. So here you should have one head node and the address is going to be value is going to be 100. Check whether this head is null. Is null illa. So since it is not null, if it is null, I can say just print empty list and come out. Since it is not null, I need to check whether the PTR of 100 PTR of this is null. Whether the next part of 100 is null. It is not null. So then I will check PTR of data equals to key. Now, in case we have taken our key value as 30, what is the first record? 20, correct? So I will check whether 20 is equals to 30. No, it is not there. So once again, I need to repeat the process and I will come here and then I will check whether 50 is equals to 30. No, it is not equal. Next, with the help of the next address, I will come here. Then I will see 30 is equals to 30. Condition is true. So it will say key found in the position 3 and it will return the program. Okay. So the searching algorithm under double linked list is similar like your single linked list algorithm only. The same algorithm only I have placed here also. Got an idea? So today's class we started with the concept of single linked list. And we saw how a single linked list will work, advantage, disadvantage, memory representation of single linked list. And also we discussed the creating a single linked list. Searching and traversing of single linked list is a we were discussing totally about double linked list, not about single linked list. So we were discussing about double linked list. So today's session, throughout the session, we focused on double linked list. What is the advantage and disadvantages of double linked list? And what are the various ways to represent memory representation of double linked list. Then we saw various operations of double linked list. Then we discussed how to create a node and using double linked list. Then searching and traversing. Searching and traversing is similar to your single linked list algorithm. Got an idea? So with this, we stop our session. We will continue the remaining operations of double linked list in our next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.